Exercise 4. Can you match the two columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Type of goods, quantity, prices, discount, term of delivery, terms of payment, delivery time, packing. And then you match to the beside A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. You can do at home. Type of offers, that's as I told you before, firm offer without an engagement. Orders if the buyer is satisfied with the term of seller's offer, he may then place an order. There are a number of different types of order. 1. Trial order. B. Firm order. C. Standing order. D. Initial order. E. Follow-up order. F. Merchandise on call. G. Advance order. I. Bulk order. J. Repeat order. And number 4 is sales contract. Sales contract is the legally binding agreement reached by the seller and the buyer, the parties to the contract. It can be made orally or in writing, although it is usual for the contract to be drawn up in writing to prevent disputes. These are 3 ways to conclude a sales contract. 1. This is the most normal way of concluding a sales contract because most offers are non-binding. As non-binding offers can be changed or withdrawn at any time, a sales contract doesn't exist until the seller confirms the order, making any changes impossible. Sellers tend to make firm orders when trading in goods where the prices fluctuate a lot. They set a fixed price and then the buyer doesn't place an order within the period of time where this price is valid. The offer expires. The seller can then make another offer when new prices to keep up with the prices on the market. In this case, if the buyer is not interested in the goods, he is expected to return them within a certain period of time, otherwise he will have to pay for them. Complaints and adjustment. Complaint is an adjustment if the seller causes a breach of contract or if there is else something wrong with the execution of the order. The buyer can make a complaint. Here are some of the things a buyer can complain about. 1. The goods are inferior quality. 2. The goods are damaged. 3. The goods were lost in transit. 4. The price is incorrect. 5. There was a delay in delivery. 6. The goods were short shipped. The weight was too low or the quantity too small. 7. The wrong goods were delivered. 8. The goods do not match the sample. Last but not least, complaints and adjustment. If the complaint is justified, the seller has to make an adjustment. Means he has to offer the buyer some form of compensations. There are 4 possibilities. The seller invites the buyer to return the goods at the seller's expense. Number 2, the seller replaces the faulty goods at his own expense. 3. In some cases, the goods can be repaired by the seller or at the seller's expense. Number 4. The buyer keeps the goods, but the seller offers him a price reduction. Number 6. Reminders. If the buyer fails to fulfill his obligation of paying on time, it is customary to send 3 reminders. You can see this is the process. Payment becomes overdue. What you can do? Seller ends first reminder. This may be a hidden or covert reminder. That means it may be included in an offer or sales letter to the buyer. And then move buyer request deterrent of payment and makes a part payment. And then the other, if the buyer doesn't answer, the second reminder is sent. And then buyer requests deterrent of payment and makes a part payment. And then go to the next step. If the buyer doesn't answer, the seller sends a third reminder with a final deadline for payment and states his intention to take legal action if payment isn't made by this date. And then the next step, the last step, buyer requests deferment of payment and makes a part payment.